Boba, Boba tongue.
So finding boba here in Naples, Florida has not been as easy as we were hoping. But we went to a little Asian market and we found the next best thing.
Right. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that brand, but hello.
So yeah, whatever brand this is, but it's ice cream bars with boba.
And it says it's the brown sugar pearl milk. No,
Yeah.
ice bar. Ice bar. Hopefully that means it's ice cream.
But yeah, it's boba with ice cream. I mean, ice cream with boba. So here we go.
If anybody out there's tried it, let us know. Here we go.
All right, calm down.
They look cool. I hope they look as good as on the picture.
I know.
Wow. That's how they keep them fresh.
One for you.
Ooh, cool packaging.
One for me. Oh,
Wow.
they melt in the car?
Oh, don't say that.
I think they might have melted a little in the car.
It's kind of warm here in Florida. Maybe they're just softer because they have boba in them. Oh, look at that. Oh, they are soft. So
Yeah, I think they
open
might
them.
have melted in the car a little bit. Just a little bit.
But we're going to still eat them because that's how we are.
It smells good. It smells like sugar, like
Oh,
brown
yeah,
sugar.
it does. Can you guys smell that? Hey, Richard.
So it's not quite the popsicle shape.
Oh, mine's a little more popsicle-y.
Okay.
Kind of. I might keep it part way in the wrapper. Looks like it's got a lot of sugary. It smells like caramel, doesn't it?
Yeah. Cheers.
Here we go. Mmm.
A lot of caramel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already like sticky.
I brought out a napkin. I'm feeling we could be messy. Mmm.
I haven't gotten a boba yet.
Oh, I've got
But they
plenty.
look-
Look at
they
mine's
look
all loaded with
jelly
the
like-
Bobans.
I haven't eaten a boba yet, but they look like jelly, kind of like the ones that were in the Trader Joe's ice cream.
You know, I don't really like coffee ice cream, and so I don't know whether that's why I like this one better, because this is more like a vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, it's
caramel.
kind of jelly like the ones in the Trader Joe's.
They must have to do that so that they don't freeze like solid and break your teeth.
But yeah, this is much better than the Trader Joe's coffee ice cream.
Sorry about that, Trader Joe's. And mine's loaded with them.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's up, guys? Have you missed us?
I know we haven't been going live too much. Yeah.
Have to eat this end to get any ice cream, though.
Yeah.
It's all boba up here.
Maybe the way they make them, it kind of settles down there. I think they say it's a product of Japan or something, though. They had a long trip to get here for us to enjoy them.
If it hadn't melted in the car, it would get the full 10 out of 10 it deserved. That's what I was afraid. I kind of wanted to eat them in the car, but
I know. But then we're afraid, what if they were too soft and made a mess in the car, too? Wow. Wonder if we can find these back home anywhere.
that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so,
I think it came 4 in a box.
so as you guys know,
Yeah.
we're in Naples, Florida.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do here. There's nothing. There isn't
Nothing.
even like boba shops, really. Well, there isn't boba shops. No ice cream on Mercedes leather, girls.
I know.
Like, there isn't any boba shops around here. You can get boba, and like we got boba once, but it was at like a Chinese food place. Like, there isn't just tea places.
No.
And so, like, if we're really craving boba, it's good, you know. But to make content with the boba, we try and find like the more unique boba shops.
Special.
And when they're like a one-off boba shop and they don't do food or anything, usually they have like over-the-top,
Creative.
you
fun.
know, because that's all they have. But there's nowhere here that's a boba shop.
We're hoping when we head back north towards the airport, if we can time it out well, there might be like some really fun boba shop up that way that we can stop at on the way back. That's what our hopes are.
This is actually really good.
Mm-hmm. I'm really enjoying this. Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's a little hot for, well, today it's cold, but
Weird weather, right?
when we got boba the other day, it was like the ice in it melted like so instantly because it's so warm around here, and so drinking like, I don't know, like a heavy milk tea, it's kind of like not the vibe in this heat.
No.
So ice cream is perfect.
I mean, well, perfect.
It's actually really creamy.
It is. I'm surprised. I thought because of the milk, it would be more like, you know, thinner ice milk.
What's at the hills? Talking of Mercedes, there are builders working on their house opposite, and I always ask them to tell me when they're working so I can get my car out of the way, but they never do. You just gotta like make note of what time they show up every day.
It's like really sticky, but
Yeah,
worth
there's a
it.
lot of sticky sugar, but it's okay.
It's worth it. It tastes so caramelly.
Ice cream mukbang. Random said it's cold where he is today too. Yeah. What is with this Florida cold stuff? I got a sunburn and then all of a sudden it wants to get cold.
And it's been kind of chilly and really super windy. Thank God we went out on the boat the other day because it's been windy ever since. Wow. Okay, A plus. I would say, except for messiness, which might not be their fault. I would
Yeah.
give, that if it wasn't so messy, 10 out of 10.
So you got a sunburn, then God felt bad, so he tried to cool you down. I know, well, I got a sunburn, and then the next day, the sunblock that I use, like, I got a light sunburn on, like, my face and a few little spots on my legs, and it wasn't anything. I'm like, oh, if I cover it with sunblock, it'll be totally fine. So we go to the beach, and we walk the beach, and yeah, I think the sunblock that I used was just old or something, because I, like, covered myself. And I still got a sunburn.
Yeah, I even got some sunburn too, and I put sunblock on, and I never burn.
But I used SPF 30 on my body, and I know that it wasn't a matter of like the SPF 30 not being strong enough, because I also had SPF 30 on my face from the like face lotion that I use every day, and my face didn't sunburn. Like all my arms and everything did. So it's not that like the 30 wasn't strong enough because it protected my face.
So what's that saying?
I think the sunblock that I used on my body was just expired.
I think so. And I think too, what they should say is, okay, it's only good after you've like broken the seal for whatever number of days. You know what I mean?
Excuse me?
It's kind of like bleach. Like, yeah, it has an expiration date.
Oh, but it starts-
until it's exposed, once you break the seal, then it really, the clock starts ticking.
Well, yeah, that's
Fast.
what, on the back of it. It says that it's only good for a year from when you open it.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that. Okay.
So
And since we didn't open that one, we don't know how long that one's been open.
Neil said, "Are you sure you didn't use salad cream instead?"
Just toss it around.
Apparently, Richard has connections with God.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah, if you could tell him, he doesn't have to turn the heat back on, but if he could like turn the wind down,
Yeah, that would work.
then
That would be okay.
that'd be cool.
So, we will be heading home. I got
He's
one for
not
you,
gonna
too.
give me it. Just gonna hoard it while I'm over here.
I got one for each of us because I thought we'd both be messy. So, but we are gonna be heading back north soon. Thank God. There's nothing to do. is on the boring side. I mean, maybe if we were golfers or something, but I mean, let's face it, guys, golf is pretty boring too, right? I could play on the driving range for half an hour or something, maybe.
Fuck off with that.
I mean,
Don't sign me up. I'm not going.
I mean, that would have been like more exciting than pretty much anything else that we've been able to come across.
Don't sign me up for no golf.
But we did see the dolphins, and that was by chance.
Yeah, did everyone watch my new vlog?
Yeah, Meg posted one up. Everybody go watch that.
I thought I was gonna be able to make a vlog like every day here.
Guess
But
what?
it's been so boring.
Yeah.
And I was gonna try and make a vlog today because we went to some parrot rescue something and it was just loud and smelled like bird shit.
And
So,
guess what? Their peacocks there weren't as cute as ours. Just saying. But they had tons of
Richard.
macaws and parrots.
Oh, thank God. I knew I liked you, Richard. Golf is a way to ruin a perfectly good walk.
Who needs all those holes when you're out there walking anyway? Right? Who wants to just be swinging at things unless they're bugs, you know?
Like mini golf, maybe, but like spending a whole day walking from hole to hole.
I like mini golf though. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it every day.
Yeah, if you're
but
doing it for
once
like,
in a while,
like
it's
an
fun.
hour or
Yeah,
two,
that's fun.
you know.
Especially if it's a really fun little course that has a lot of
18 holes.
really count on. Right? That's what when you wish those rain clouds would come in.
Are you gonna show us the bank light when you return home?
Oh, we're on the other coast.
That's not at home, bud. It's been like 2 years since we've had that bank light.
And we're sad about it.
But I'm so glad that all of you that experienced those bank light days are still
They were
here.
fun. I know. But our plans are to make another trip, hopefully in the near future, to Fort Lauderdale just for a little getaway. And then hopefully spend next winter there.
Does anyone have a guess for what color the bank light is?
Right?
I thought we were gonna try and figure out a way to see if there was like a webcam
Yeah.
to see if like we could check on it.
You know, I wonder if, see, because like the Fort Lauderdale, they have a webcam, but I think it points like down by the beach.
Random guy dude said orange.
Good for you. I think I'm going to say blue.
I'm gonna say purple.
Okay.
Have I really been here that long, said the hills? I guess so, buddy. I think COVID made its time seem like
It stood still.
yeah, but
I do miss those walks going out and doing the bank light thing. That was so much fun.
I'm glad we all found each other before COVID
Yeah.
because we were able to experience when we were able to go out and stuff like
Do
that.
stuff, yeah.
What was I gonna say? I can't remember. Oh, I was gonna say, I would have my friend Yvonne just send me like a picture of the bank light every day, but she moved like an hour away from, so like I would still see her when we lived in Fort Lauderdale and stuff, but she's not close enough to send me a daily picture of the bank
That would
light.
be a little inconvenience.
So,
Yeah, we don't know anybody that lives close enough that we feel that we could inconvenience to say, send us a picture every day.
well,
of
we
the
do
bank."
know one person, but he's blind.
Yeah, and so his pictures might not come out so well.
So we don't know that he'll direct the pictures towards the light or not. You made quite a mess.
I
Oh
told-
wow, it's dripping down the table.
Look at me.
All right.
I told you, that's why I brought the napkins. I
Are
had a
you
feeling
visiting-
this could be.
Are you visiting Disney? No, that's about like 4 or 5 hours from where we are.
It's closer, more in the middle of the state and north from where
Yeah.
we are.
That's not.
We're on the west coast of Florida
Yeah.
and southern.
But someone commented on my airport TikTok finally. I was waiting for someone to say it and was like, they were like traveling during a pandemic. And I was like, first of all, I'm not going to Disney. Like, we're
There's
not
the-
going to big, like, hubs of, people.
There's nobody here.
And we're vaccinated.
Yeah.
And the
are.
CDC put out a thing saying that people that are fully vaccinated are safe to travel today.
That's right. And that's us. We're safe.
But then I was like, I'm fully vaccinated. And someone was like, it's 2 weeks from, like, when you got your second shot that you're fully vaccinated. I'm like, look, it's been a week and a half or whatever.
Right.
Like, we got both shots. I understand that.
Do you want to swab us?
I understand that it's, that it's more guaranteed if you wait the 2 weeks.
But we're still wearing masks. We double masked in the airport.
It's not like we came the day that we got our shots. Like, we waited like a solid, what was it, like 4 or 5 days? I think it was 5 days.
5 days, yeah.
Yeah.
After the first one.
We waited 5, no.
I mean, after the second one.
It was 5 days before we even left.
Yeah. And we also wanted to make sure we didn't get any side effects. Because they say if you're
Yeah.
going to get them, usually it'll be after the second shot.
Yeah.
And we get the Pfizer, which they say people get less side effects, is supposedly, statistically, you get less side effects from your second shot of the Pfizer than the Moderna. So we thought, well, we'll give it, 5 days, and if we're going to get any, symptoms.
But I just crack up because I'm like, I've been someone that has been advocating like COVID safety for the
Yeah.
past year.
So it's someone that definitely hasn't really been following or paying attention.
And like, we are vaccinated, and like, my main thing and the reason I was so strict on COVID things was because for so long people couldn't see loved ones at nursing homes, like all that stuff. All that stuff's been lifted for a long time now.
Right.
At least from where our state,
Every state's different, yeah.
And and when we left Rhode Island, it was a like 2% COVID rate.
Like 1.9, it fluctuated a little bit from 1.9.
And so, I understand like the places where it's, super, it's really bad numbers and stuff.
And we're not in like Miami.
But yeah, and that's another thing is like, if anyone has anything to say, I'm like, I know so many people that have been traveling the whole pandemic, but that's what we've been like
Against.
We're like, that's not cool.
That's not our thing.
But like right now, like people are getting vaccinated. If people want to travel, I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, and the numbers have been low for a while, and I don't know, like I said, like, we're not going to Miami. We're not going to Disney. We're not, like, the absolute worst part of us traveling
It's the airport.
is that we got on an airplane.
Yeah. And it was really safe. And it wasn't even 50%,
Yeah.
amount of people on the plane.
But anyways, I just thought that was funny because
Because we did.
It's just-
And here we are. And we'll be heading home soon.
it's just silly. So I really cannot believe it's been a year since lockdown 1.
Over
I
a
know.
year.
Well, and France, I think, just went into another lockdown again too.
I think Italy is too.
Or
And
something.
it's,
I don't know.
well,
But-
because they held back. They started vaccinating, and then they had problems with one of their vaccines, so then they stopped.
Yeah.
And I think had they been able to keep moving forward at the pace they were, that
And
might
too,
not have happened.
my biggest thing all throughout COVID was like, yeah, travel wasn't cool, but really the only people that I was like actually like coming at were the people that were doing international travel back in December and January.
And when it was absolute pleasure travel.
Right.
Because if you're going someplace, most of these other places are locked down too. A lot of stuff isn't open wherever you think you're going.
Well, that's why people were traveling internationally, so that they could go to the beaches and stuff internationally. And it was like, it was just so stupid. Anyways,
We're safe.
we're being as safe as you can be.
That's right.
Like, we've gone to the grocery store, we got our nails done.
And even there,
we-
you have to wear your masks and stuff.
We've gone out to dinner. I think that might be the worst thing.
But we sat outside.
But like, my thing is like, if someone wants to come for us for like traveling during that it's still a pandemic or whatever, there have been people that have been dining out the entire pandemic, and we did not.
No.
Literally went out to eat for the first time in a year or whatever.
Went to lunch.
Like a couple days before we came here.
And it was only because I had points that were expiring.
So
And
it's
we
like,
wanted to use them so we didn't lose them.
yeah. So just my thought on
Yeah.
it.
So everybody, you do what you think is right for you, because we feel we're safe now.
Well, I mean, no, don't do what is right for you. Still be very safe and
No, I mean,
wear
if
a
you don't want to
mask
travel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't like where you're going with that, because
Oh.
that brings back the mentality of like, do what you want, and it's
Oh,
like
no,
the
no, I
whole-
didn't mean it like that.
The whole pandemic has not been
No.
do what you want, like.
Right. No, and like I felt like people, should have been able to travel back home, but the problem was they weren't coming home and quarantining.
What are you talking about?
People traveling out of necessity. Some people.
That's a whole other story.
Oh.
That's what I've said from the beginning. There's ifs, ands, and buts to the whole pandemic.
Yeah.
There's times that people have to be, there weren't any circumstances for us, thankfully, that
Right.
during the worst of it, during the worst numbers and everything, that there was nowhere that we had to be. We didn't have to get on a plane. We didn't have
Right.
to, whatever. But there were people that's a thing. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Obviously no one expected the pandemic. No one plans for, like, I mean, if we had family across the country or something, like, there's people with family across the
That haven't
country
seen them.
that that doesn't fucking matter. I don't care if you haven't seen your cousin. That's not what's important. It's if someone's freaking, your family member dies and all of a sudden there's children of the family left orphaned,
Oh,
you
you gotta
gotta
go
get
pick
on
them
a
up,
plane
or-
and
yeah.
you gotta either sign papers or figure it out or something, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There are the very serious
lot of-
if, ands, or buts, and that isn't, I miss my cousin, oh, I need
No.
to travel for mental health. No, that is bullshit.
No, yeah, because I saw that too. I saw like children that the grandparents had
Or
to take them, and
something.
both the mother and
You
father
know?
died from COVID.
Or not
and
even
one
COVID.
was a nurse.
I mean, there's car accidents.
Right.
There's still, there's still
Other lives going on,
whatever and
right.
stuff. And so it's like those, I'm not gonna say, oh my God, you should not be traveling if you're going, like,
There are
if it's
situations,
like shit
absolutely.
like that. Yeah, of course, but
But not just so that
Like-
you can go to somebody's birthday.
But like, if we had done this trip, this exact trip 3 months ago,
that wouldn't have been right.
I would have been super pissed off. But like, things are different every day.
But we
So-
said we weren't going to do anything until we could get vaccines.
Yeah, and that's the only reason. Like, and still, if we weren't vaccinated right now, we wouldn't be, we would still be very much quarantined on the farm and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Without a sunburn.
but that brings in the factor of, as more people become vaccinated, it will become more lenient of okay, now you can not do what you want, because when you say that,
And people
the
take it
country
willy-nilly,
goes too
yeah.
crazy. But we're getting closer to more normal behavior and life again, I think, where
Yeah, they call that the herd numbers
Yeah,
or something.
or something.
And I'm not quite sure. I've heard different percentages of people being vaccinated. And then when they say the percentages, does that include, is it just adults? Is that the percentage number, does that include full population from infants right up to seniors? When they say the percentage of people vaccinated,
that just sounded like a lot of brain mush. What?
when they say there's a percentage
You're worried
of
about
people,
age
no,
in that
a
factor?
percentage of people being vaccinated. Does that include the entire population, or does that include just adults that they're getting? Because remember before they were kind of saying, oh, it doesn't matter about the kids. Well, yeah, it does. So in that herd percentage.
Why does it make it doesn't make a difference?
Well, if you exclude kids
Well, if
under
you're
18,
excluding, then that's not of the 100%.
Right.
Then.
It
So that
isn't.
makes no sense.
well, that's what I'm saying. Is it 100% of people 18 and older, or is it 100% of the population?
But they made it okay for people 16 and older like months ago
Right.
or whatever to get it. So no, it would be 100% of the population.
Okay. Yeah. So
Otherwise, it wouldn't be accurate.
right. So it's gonna
Because
take.
if you're gonna, I mean, what's to say? Like 75% of, or just spitting numbers, 75% of the population's over 18, say, and whatever. So So say 50% of people over 18 are vaccinated. That's only 50% of 75%. So how, like, that doesn't...
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, where
that would mean, like, really...
Yeah.
is too obnoxious to even try and do that. No, I'm sure. I mean, unless you look, but... and, like, last week they came out saying that... or not last week, a couple days ago, that Pfizer got approved or is 100% for like 13 to 15
12 to 15 or something.
Like
yeah, that study they did. Yep.
So they're vaccinating people that are under 18. It's not.
And I think what their idea was for the younger set, if you will, to use that Johnson & Johnson, and that's only the one-shot one. And I mean, I don't know that, I mean, that one hasn't even been out that long that they could even have studies to know if it's, you know, better for children versus, who knows, you know, the safety. But they did say it's not as effective. They say 100% you won't die from it or be sick enough that you're hospitalized. So that's good on the Johnson & Johnson. But they're saying from protecting you against getting sick at all, it's only like, I think like 70% or something, where Pfizer is like, you know, what, 97% or something, and Moderna's like 96% or something. And then other countries have these other ones like that AstraZeneca and, you know, but
anyways,
that's all that,
and don't try and get boba in Naples because
because it's hard unless you want to make it yourself.
So yeah, I need to travel for toilet paper. And
we might have some extra. We could send you some.
The Hill said, "Hope there's lots of pictures on your Instagram." There's not, because we literally haven't had like anything to do. Yeah. There's nothing to do.
I mean, you saw how interesting we were eating our bagels and cream cheese with lox the other morning here. That's about how exciting as it's getting.
Unless I just pose in the same 3 bathing suits that I brought by the pool. Like that, that's like all there is to do.
Yeah.
Is to be to for pictures would be like by the pool.
Well, and we're right on the beach too, but it's so stinking windy. You'll get like sandblasted.
Right. Yeah. We can't even go.
The past few days, it's been so windy that that's not really going to be fun.
So yeah, we're bummed. We shouldn't have even traveled anyway.
But
we should have just stayed home.
Yeah. Or gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
But safe, someplace quiet and safe. But
well,
fun.
And that's what we were like. Oh, Naples, like. There's like nobody there, like, but yeah, there's nobody here because there's nothing to fucking do.
True story.
So we're ready to go home.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I'm always down for bathing suit content. Someone tried to say that I looked like SpongeBob, meaning that I have a square body, and I was like, I think I'm hot, so.
So there.
So that's like a really weird
yeah.
thing to even try and say, because me and SpongeBob are like really hot. So
yeah,
I don't know. Just saying.
And then there's always those Krabby Patties.
What?
Doesn't he like Krabby Patties?
What does that have to do with my body?
Well, just you have things in common.
Are you calling me fat?
No.
You literally just said
you
me
like
and
hamburgers. And Krabby Patties like hamburgers?
Someone back me up on this. You just witnessed what she just said, right? I said someone called me fat and called me SpongeBob, and you said, yeah, you both like hamburgers.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I thought you meant because like you like the sea and stuff, SpongeBob.
I just said someone
I missed
called
the first part, you guys. I'm sorry.
Why? Someone would call me SpongeBob on a video of me in a bikini because I like the sea?
Yeah, like SpongeBob's in the ocean.
Yeah, because like a mermaid wouldn't have been a more flattering comparison.
That would have been flattering. Because, you know, I think of you more of a mermaid. Definitely.
It seems like you think of me eating cheeseburgers.
Only when I'm grilling them. but, but, yeah, no, when somebody says SpongeBob, the first thing that comes to mind,
Is that he's a square man?
and yeah, it's not you that comes to mind when if you said mermaid, I would say, oh yes, Megan is
So
like
that's
a
what I
mermaid.
was saying,
Yeah,
was that someone
wasn't so
called me
complimentary.
that.
Yeah.
No, obviously not. They were calling me fat.
Oh, poop on them.
Is this okay?
That-
All right.
yeah, that
Thanks
was
for
wrong.
watching, guys. Mom doesn't understand. See you later.